Hey everyone, this is week 5. We were asked this week to kind of talk about reading logs and the role they play within a classroom normally, kind of positives and negatives, and how we're going to use them in our classroom going forward. So first off, I was actually kind of surprised. Well, reading logs are used a lot. My daughter uses one in her third grade classroom, and my bonus son does too in his classroom for third grade as well. They used them last year. I used them. Most kids I know use them. I kind of have a weird perspective because I'm not in a classroom all the time on a lot of this stuff, but you know, I kind of came into this week thinking that that was a normal thing, which it seems to be for a lot of classrooms. What I was very surprised about was, the going into the positive and negative effects, really the negative effects that the log has. And, seeing it on a list is different than living it. And as I was kind of going through the list, I was kind of recounting my experience last year with my daughter, and honestly, even myself growing up many millions of years ago when I went to elementary school and had reading logs. I hated it. And, it really did demotivate me from getting the work done that I should have been doing in terms of reading. It was books that I didn't want to read. It was the set time that I was required to read, which I'm not good with that, which most kids aren't apparently. I thought it was just me until honestly reading some of the articles and stuff this week. So it was very interesting. So covering the negatives, excuse me, that was the majority. The positives, like I said, they're kind of few and far between, but I think the main ones would be just the trackability, at least what they're writing in terms of what they're reading on those logs. Whether they're really writing and truly reading what they say they're doing is a different story. So, in terms of how I'm going to implement them in my classroom, I love the idea of the graffiti space. Currently, I work in a bank, and I like to have motivation and just positive vibes around me. And, everyone has a bad day, adults and kids. And I found that I have like a positivity wall, I'll call it. I don't really have a name for it, but same idea as the graffiti space. It's just a spot where you can put things that really, touch your soul, I guess. Things that really inspire you, quotes that you've seen places that really make you think like, yep, that's for me. And at least at my work, I have a spot where all of those quotes now live on one of our back walls in our break room. And whenever I'm just like frustrated or mad or whatever, I go back there and I look at it. So, kind of taking that into that graffiti space that they had talked about this week, I thought it was kind of cool because I can relate, in that aspect of it. And just finding quotes and things that stick out for students and being able to put them on an area where everyone can see, I think would be really, really fun. So I'll definitely be doing that. And then just encouraging students to read in their own, letting them choose their own books too. I know how big as a student that was for me. I really was not a big reader. I had a hard time just understanding the words, and when I was reading, I definitely wanted to read things that I understood and things that I liked, like most people, of course. So, yeah. So I hope everyone else had a great week. This has definitely given me some ideas on things that I want to do. And, yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks.